You are now tuned in to another official episode of Untrapped the Podcast with your boy K Pizzle. Before we get started, things look a little different. We're going to push Free Jalil to their friend. Bro ran into a little situation. It's a small thing to a giant, but it's Free Jalil to their friend. We still rocking, though, Untrapped the Podcast. But today we got a very, very special guest that's familiar with the land. We got a legend. We got a motherfucking legend in the building. Y'all give it up for Oschino, a.k.a. D Nice.
Yeah, it feels good to talk to the young people because, because a lot of stuff I was doing, y'all wasn't born yet or y'all was real young. So to get respect from, because young kids don't just automatically respect somebody.
Yeah, it's different.
They look at you, then you be nutty, like, I can't. So I respect youngins just because they're young. I still respect them the same as I would anybody else. So I appreciate it though.
Nah, for sure. It's definitely a different day and time coming up. I seen you just posted all your what was it? Hot 97? That shit was older. That's older than me. It's crazy, bro. It was like everything was just that long ago, know?
Yeah, and it's so crazy because at that time, people in Philly didn't rap like that. It wasn't that many rappers in Philly. It probably was like 20.
Yeah.
So like they seen when we did it made everybody start rapping. And everybody tried, they knew they could do it. So like it was real important for that. Because, as soon as we did that, an era came out called the DVD era in Philly, right?
Yeah.
Where everybody rapped. Every corner had a rapper. So like we kind of like sparked that DVD era off. Us and like major figures. I'll be looking back like that. 23 years ago. Got Jay-Z going crazy up there. So just imagine you're a kid from the hood. Jay-Z was like Michael Jackson to us when we young boys. He rich, he made it. Like and it ain't no Instagram, but ain't no computer. So if you don't see somebody on TV, you don't see him. So to go meet him and then get signed by him was like crazy for a person coming from the hood. It's like unbelievable. So. So we up there at the radio station. We killing it. We not making no mistakes. We smoking it because we hungry.
Yeah.
And so that's what they saying. Something that we do all the time. Ciphers. Now they read off the phones and they do all. We was on point with it. I don't care what beat you put on. We don't care none of that. Like so as we left the radio station, we came out the next day. Every car was playing it. Then we went on a 14-city tour off just the radio station raps we did, and every drum was sold out. From California, New Orleans, everywhere. I'm like, they don't even know how we look. They just know that it's Hot 97 raps. And I'm like, this is crazy. So I was talking to Freeway yesterday about we should do a tour with just the Hot 97, no raps. So we trying to put that in workings right now. It should be easy to do. So,
yeah, that'll definitely be lit. But before we get into the upbringing and everything like that, because we need to know. We definitely need to know. Mm-hmm. But I want to ask you something.
Huh?
Y'all era, what y'all was doing and how y'all became who y'all are today, how do you think it would have been affected if y'all had social media back then?
We'd have been super filthy rich. Because we'd have been filthy rich. Because you got to figure, we couldn't talk to our fans. We couldn't talk to people that want to do a verse. We can't talk to brands that want to talk. There's no way to talk to us. And if somebody in the middleman want to be a hater and charge them too much, they would never hear about it. So, plus the music, the promotion, just telling them we about to come out and drop. Like it's crazy because you couldn't even text somebody unless you had a two-way. Texting wasn't even out.
Yeah.
You know how you could send an email to somebody a song? You couldn't. To do that, you had to have $1 million board. Only people had it was like Dr. Dre and like Puff Daddy. To send a song, email a song. That's how hard. You couldn't email a song. That's like what? So when they email a song, you had to have $1 million board in your studio. So now we could do it with our phones. Like the technology y'all got. Like if you want to talk to Ice Cube, even though he might not respond, you can just send him a message right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For me, it was like Jay-Z or like Puff Daddy, somebody to try to see them, and they in New York. It's like you're never going to bump into them.
Yeah.
And if you go over there, you're most likely you're not gonna be able to just go over there and just sit. So it's like the chance of getting on was like slim. So now you don't have to even get on now. You could be independent and have a following just off your social media.
Yeah.
Like right now, it's so many ways to get money now that it wasn't available back then. So like y'all got it way better. But only thing is it's like more saturated now.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But I feel like even though it's saturated, everybody got their own city they from. They could just get lit in your city first, your neighborhood first, then your city. Then take it from there. Because you don't got to have 1 million fans to get paid.
Yeah, absolutely not.
You don't need that. You just got to be consistent and have fans that mess with you. Like, that's it.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm saying it from like a standpoint of like what y'all was doing because it's like I'm pretty sure you get in a room with a bunch of youngins and be like, man, I had this, I had that. I'm talking about like the way y'all was like really jamming, like the big chains, the car, like with that on social media, it would have went crazy, bro. That would have went crazy.
Bro, I had the prettiest car. Like, listen, I remember when Bentley Coupes first came out. People didn't even know Bentley had a coupe. The Coupes came out like 04, 05. I mean, so I rented a bent coupe for like 5 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, every week I'm like, I'm gonna take it back because I was paying like $1,500 a week for it, right? I kept it so long. They like, that's your joint. I said, yeah, it's mine right now. But I had the XK8 with the white rims. I mean, we had, mind you, we from the hood.
Yeah.
So like, we not used to nothing. So we having something like we go crazy. Like I mean, I feel like Puff Daddy at the time. Like Puff Daddy might got 800 million. That's how I felt on the inside. You know what I mean? Because you coming from the slums, man. You got 500,000-600,000 in your account, stuff like that. You feel rich. You rent 500.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You eating chicken wings and drinking beer, like so. Like I mean, yeah. So like I mean, for me, it was like I just thought it was going. Like I didn't know when it was going to end, so I was trapping the whole time. I mean, because I couldn't go from having that bread to just going back to zero. I couldn't. That was my fear. So everybody, yo, why you going so hard trapping? I'm like, man, listen, I like this too much. Like,
so you trapping while you rapping, like?
Yeah, I'm trapping the whole time. Yeah. Listen, when I first got signed, my mind frame was, listen, just let me get 10 bands so I can go buy half a brick. That's it. I'm gonna take it from there. That's all. I mean, so I didn't. Of course, I got way more than that, but I didn't know how much you get when you got signed. No, it wasn't nobody that did it. That's for me to say. So like, I'm like, I don't know what they gonna give me, but whatever it is, I'm taking it. You know what I mean? So like, because the whole thing for me was just getting the game. You know what I mean? So because once you got a name, you can survive off your name. As long as you keep it clean, keep it good. So, so that was mind you, I just had turned 21, bro.
Oh yeah, dang.
Just turned 21, so you turned at 21, and Jay-Z on his record saying your name on the songs, like that was like you 21, that's like crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Old Sparks running this rap, Chris in it. So we in the movies. Movie came out in the movies.
Yeah.
It was in the movies, like
we definitely gonna talk about that because that was crazy. Like that's what I'm saying. That's like that right there was like over the top. That was over the top, bro. Like that's like a classic to this day. Like still get ran. Like like y'all really inspired kids all over the world with that movie. Whether it was in a positive or negative way, that was just like really crazy. Especially for somewhere like where we located at. We in Dover, Delaware. That's like an hour and a half from Philly. Yeah. So it's like y'all right there, but it's like.
But people from Dover and like New York or. Like if you from Dover, DC, Baltimore, we all like the same for real.
Yeah.
Like everybody, like you close enough to drive there real fast, we like all the same. So like even though we got like a little different slangs and stuff like that, but I look at it as all the same. Unless you like from Alabama somewhere like that far, like because I was locked up down in Atlanta, so they different. They might say something I don't even know what they talking about. I'm like, what that mean? Like so like but like as I look at it, all black niggas is the same because it's suckers everywhere and thorough niggas everywhere. So like I don't really go by where somebody from. So, but I fuck with our hair though.
Yeah, we gonna get into that for sure. But we need to know like how you became the Oschino you are today, like your upbringing, like
trials and tribulations. That's my thing. You can go through whatever, right? Mm-hmm. But it's up to you to decide if you gonna let it break you or if you gonna still keep trying to push it and become something. Cause it's easy to quit.
Yeah.
I'm talking about. I was a kid in a foster home. When you're in a foster home as a kid, you be feeling sad, like you feel like nobody don't love you because most likely they don't, or you wouldn't be there. So like that's an easy chance for you to give up and quit and be a loser. But I always was like, man, to be honest with you, I just wanted to be able to get a girl. And I said, I can't get no girl if I'm above me, like give it up, like so. I always found something to motivate me to make me not quit. You know what I mean? So like I've refused to let my situation just make me just be a bum sitting in front of 7-Eleven with the cup and all. You know what I mean? Because them guys that sit as bums, they probably got a crazy story. They probably went through some things that's heart-wrenching, but nobody cares. Nobody cares. They only care if you become somebody first. You know what I mean? So like I'm like, man, I got to get to it. So I always was trying to get to it. You know what I mean? I never thought about doing music until I got shot up. Mm-hmm. Like I'm like, everybody, you doing music? Oh, why you doing music? Like, because I was known as sticking up, robbing shit like that. But I said, man, I got a door and I want to do something different. You know what I mean? So I took it serious though. Like I'm talking about, I ain't had no girl and I'm in the studio every day. I lived there.
Yeah.
2 years straight. Talking about nothing, no movies, none of that. Just straight in the studio every day. Practicing. And then my opportunity came. I was ready. And got signed on the spot, like right on the spot. So it was like a joint. Like people don't even get signed like that these days. Like far as you rapping for somebody and they say, oh yeah, I want to sign you. So I got lucky. Like Jay-Z walking in and say, I got 5 minutes. Like, you got 5 minutes, man. I'm how close to this mic is how close I was rapping to his face. Like bro, I'm rapping for my life right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's like, yo, let me talk to you in the bathroom real fast. And I got signed on the spot, man. It was like one day changed everything.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So so just imagine if you would have gave up the day before. Like so you would never know what you would have missed.
No, that's real.
You know what I mean? So I tell young people all the time, man. Sometimes stuff seems because when you're young, you feel like when something going bad when you're young, you feel like you can't see no ending in it. When you're older, like moments change and eras change, and might be doing bad now, but it'll come back around. when you young, you feel like, man, my life, it feels worse to you because you ain't got the experience of life yet. Like that, you know what I mean? So like if you 20 years old and you go to court and you get sentenced to 20 years, you don't really know how long 20 years is because you only 20.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're like 20, I'm gonna be here forever. But if you 30, 40, you go to get 20 years, you're like, it's gonna be a while, but I'm gonna knock this off. You know what I mean? So your mind frame be different when you get older. But you know, a lot of us don't live to be older.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just got lucky, man. I know it ain't me, it's God or whatever, higher power. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I never think it's me because, you know, we ain't nobody. We think we somebody, but I mean, it's a higher power. You know what I mean? Period. Some people lucky, some people just never get a break.
And that's real, especially in today's world, because it's like we at the point where it's like we used to, for me, it's kind of different. I'm young, but I always respected the old heads because I understood. You know, I understood what y'all went through to get to where y'all at. Yeah. I really understood. So it's like, it's kind of a blessing. Like after everything everybody been through, and we still here. Like, you know, we still here. Like at the great age y'all are, is like,
you see,
that's the best thing to do.
When I started rapping, I was just talking about my life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my life was real crazy. Like, I mean, I had a crazy life. Like, I mean, so it was really hard for me to just rap about the stuff I was doing, and you know, so like, a lot of people don't have a life like that to be able to rap about, so they got to make stuff up. But for me, it was like, I'm just talking about pain and stuff that I was doing, so it was real easy. And you could tell when somebody's telling the truth. That's when it starts. You know what I mean, the way they talk about it. I mean, when they say little details about it. I mean, like so. But plus, you know, everywhere I was from, everybody know me. This before social media. Before social media, your neighborhood know you.
Yeah.
You can't fake it in your neighborhood. They know if you're a bum. They know if you. They know what you about. Cause I mean, but these days, you know, people could be whatever they want. I mean, so like my era was different. Like you had to be what you say you was. I mean, but these young boys these days, they just like they murder game is way worse.
I was just about to ask you that. Do you think it's worse than what it is?
Yeah.
Then? You think so?
Because young people, they didn't kill like they'll kill, but not like this. Like this now is like a game. They'll kill you and make a song about it. I mean, my era, if you kill somebody, you're not saying nothing about it. I mean, you know when they come in, there's no statute of limitation on that. They coming. Yeah. I got locked up for murder. I mean, and when you locked up for murder, you start thinking different. Like you ain't all that tough shit. I mean, that's to go out the window. You start thinking, I might not get out. I might not get no pussy no more. I might not eat no shrimp no more. I might not. I mean, so like it sound cool on records, but in real life, man, that thing detrimental. You be in that cell like, damn, I might not never get out. You know what I mean? So like, so it sound cool, you know, with your friends and you're young, but when you're young, you gotta pray that you make it to become older without being in prison.
Yeah.
Because you know you'll go to prison 20, then you become 50 in jail, and you're a different person, but they don't care. Nigga, you paying for that 20-year-old mistake, and that's the worst thing we see old heads in jail like that. Like you know mean that's so thorough. They mentoring people, but they can't get out. You know what I mean? So like young boys don't even know that they can make a mistake now. They're gonna pay for in the future that person that's not even the future you not even they not even exist yet. You know what I mean? So you don't want to mess it up for him. You know what I mean? So, or you can make it good for him. Like the young me made it good for the old me now.
Yeah.
I'm proud of the young me. You know what I mean? Because I moved to New York before I got signed. I was living in New York. I don't even know. I ain't know nobody. I'm knocking on Jay to kiss door. Let me get $100. You know what I mean? So yeah. I mean, so like, I was just a go getter. You know, because I had to get it because there wasn't no like somebody wasn't gonna give it to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So but some people never get a break. So I know it ain't just me. It was like God had to have something to do with it for me to get a break. You know what I mean? Because what's the chances of you rapping and some boys walk up to you like, yo, we know Jay-Z. I said, what? I'm thinking they lying. You know what I mean? So like, that right there, that ain't have to happen. You know what I mean? So like, I never said like it's all me, because it ain't. You know what I mean? You need preparation, but sometimes you need a blessing with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, you just gotta, but I think you can will it to happen too. Like you just keep knowing, you just in your head, you just picture it, know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? You make your dreams come true.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, because that's where it's like, to be honest, I feel like the streets is done.
Yeah.
Like the streets is what we knew was done. Because
go ahead.
In a sense, you think about it, yeah, they killing, but they're also telling behind it. So it's like, it ain't really like, it's fabricated, and it was really nothing. That's why we like, bro, the stuff don't even be worth it no more, because it's like, really think about it. Your era, y'all probably was killing over
your money.
The money, a material thing, which wasn't still worth it.
Yeah, for sure.
For a life, but now it's just like.
Now it's like over a stare.
Yeah.
Then the people that's doing it don't even got money for no lawyer or none of that.
Yeah.
My era, if you're playing the murder game, you got money for lawyer. You at least gonna have some money. Your homies gonna have money. Back in the day, everybody had bread that was hustling.
Yeah.
If you hustling, you got money. I mean, you got some type of money. I mean, now it's like everything's so high. I mean, but y'all got more options to get money. Like this podcast, we can't have no stuff like this. Podcast, we didn't even know what that was. I didn't even know how to put a video on YouTube. You know what I mean? I ain't know none of that stuff, like, because we wasn't on that. I mean, you gotta remember when I remember when there wasn't no computer at all, like no WW, none of that, zero. And if you had a phone, you had to get your credit ran to get a phone. You know what I mean? And your phone bill like $300 a month. You know what I mean? So like you ain't seeing no kids with no phone. You know what I mean? So like I watched the whole thing change. Like I mean, now if you don't got a phone, you wear it. Like if you're 7 and you don't got a phone, you wear. Like I mean, so like everything now is like different. But I think it could be better because everybody connected.
Yeah.
Like you could talk to somebody from the Philippines if you want. You go to the thing. You mean y'all got unlimited options and resources at your fingertips. I mean, if you don't know something, you could just Google it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like we had to figure stuff out. We ain't had no map quest to tell us how to get somewhere. You'd be like, man, I mean, so like all that stuff make a difference. You know what I mean? Like real, I mean, you got to say I had to come here to this block. Ain't no map, none of that stuff. Yeah. You got to call him. What's the joint again? Like I mean, it's just like y'all got a lot of ways easier with the technology that's out.
Absolutely.
But the cops got the same technology.
Yeah.
So like, you know, my thing is if you gonna hustle to the point where though whatever you get caught with, you know you can stand it. So if you know you're a boy that can do 5 years, do 5 years shit. Don't do 20 years.
Nah, that's
shit.
real though. That's real. That's real.
So like, that was always my thing. I said, all right, I'm 25. If I go with this brick, I could probably do a dime, 12. I can do that. I mean, so in my head, I already was like, I know when I get booked, I'm gonna do like a dime or 12. You know what I mean? So, but I wasn't doing 25-year shit. I was doing 12-year shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, niggas be doing 25-year shit, but they ain't built for 25 years.
Yeah.
So I mean, you gotta stay in your lane.
And it's crazy because the world changes so fast because my homeboy, he been locked, well, I ain't gonna say he been locked up since he was 14, but the longest he been home since we was 14 was 3 months. So every time, and we 22 now, so every time he come home, we get locked back up, you feel me? But it messed me up one day because we in Wawa, so he out, we in Wawa. So I'm ordering my stuff, I'm getting ready to go to the car, like, yo, can you order me? I'm like, what you mean? You grown, order it.
You don't know how to do it.
I don't know how to use it. So that threw me left field. I'm like, what? When
I was 16, I got certified as an adult. I went to adult prison. So I had a cellie named Hassan Mayhew. He was 15, younger than me, right? This is 1990. I went 1995. He was already there. So I don't know if he came 95 or 94, but he was there before me. He got out like 5 months ago. Mm. He just got some pussy for the first time 3 months ago. He's 44. Right. 44, bro. PA don't. And the only reason he got out because they passed the law saying giving a juvenile life is unconstitutional. So when he went down to court to try to get out, he had like 25 years, and the judge was like, "No, you got to do 4 more years."
What?
That's how vicious they is. I mean, so like, I seen it with my own eyeballs. Like, I mean, what they'll do to you, they will sit you down. I mean, you know, man, people in upstate in PA, they got 60, 50, 70 years, and they just let the boy John Liggins out. He got fell in 1952. He just got out 2018. I mean, that's like. I mean, so I'm talking about like they don't care about how old you get. They don't care about you dying in there. They will sit you down there. And the PA is no conjugal visits. You can't even if you kiss when your girl come, you kiss her like a peck, and when she leave a peck, all that feeling, none of that. So you can say goodbye to all that girl. That's done. That's done. That alone should make a youngin say, man, I don't know if this is worth it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because I went to college in PA because a little bit about me. I was in college in PA, came home and got indicted on racketeering charges.
But yeah, how much time they gave you?
I spanked it.
You beat it.
Yeah, I beat it.
Sometimes you need that scare.
Yeah, nah, absolutely, for real. Because that's really what, you know, but my college was next to Camp Hill. You feel me? And I just heard all these crazy, like, yo, that joint right there, that shit is different.
That joint, bro, I was at Camp Hill. Listen, when you come to Camp Hill, you got to go through something called R Block. When you go to R Block, you don't come out. So if you're there for 10 days, you just in there for 10 days, right? I'm in there rapping to myself, in that cell by myself rapping. They got speakers in there that can hear you. Like, shut the fuck up in there rapping. They don't even want you to be talking, my nigga. Even if you're talking to yourself. I said, that shit, into my Camp Hill, the shower is like literally 50 seconds. So what you do is you got to put your soap in while you in your cell. While you in your cell, you put your soap in. So soap on. They open the doors. You make sure you got out the door because the door's closed by themselves. So you got to be out the door because they only be open for like 30 seconds. Then you got to go in the shower and just rinse it off. And they're like, get out. They talk to you so crazy, man. You start feeling like, man, what the fuck I do? What the fuck I done got myself into? I mean, I got there. The first thing the white guard said, he said, what do niggas and apples got in common? Everybody like, what the fuck he just said? Man, he white. He's saying this to a whole 800 niggas. I mean, he said, they both look good hanging from trees. I said, yo, you know, I ain't saying nothing. I got 3 to 6. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying, but,
yeah.
But that's how the games they play. They come in your cell, throw your Quran or your Bible, whatever, you on the floor. And they trying to get a response from you. Because what the jail is, the jail want to see how your demeanor is, just know where to send you at. What jail you going to go to? Because it's like it's just a stop. But some people can stay there. I mean, I was like, please, I hope I don't got to stay here, man. This shit. You know what I mean? So I ended up going to another jail that was like, they call it Pink Palace. because it's all gay shit getting in it.
Yeah, I heard about that joint. I heard
Dallas.
Wallow talking about that
Wallow,
joint.
Yeah, I was there too. I mean, I did like most of my time there. That joint. I got my barber license up there. It ain't as bad once you get over to seeing like all the gay stuff, but it's a lot of gay. When you first get there, it's like something you gotta get used to, man. It's crazy, man. Like talking about regular dudes, regular killers. I mean, like that's. I mean, so you ain't gonna say nothing. I mean, these niggas will kill you, and they gay on top of that.
Yeah.
So young boys don't want to go with none of this shit, man, because I mean, this shit it's not even worth it for real.
And then that be the whole thing with all these young, like in your area, it's kind of worse. Delaware, we only got, so how Delaware is, we don't got jails. We got all prisons. So when you get picked up off the street, you go straight to prison.
Like Smyrna or something like that?
Yeah, like Smyrna, Georgetown. Like Georgetown is like Klan land. Like that's like down, getting locked up down Alabama for real. That's where I was. So.
What is it called?
Georgetown. SCI, shit. Sussex Correctional Institution.
And that's the county? Oh, y'all don't got no counties.
We got all prisons. You go straight to prison. You just
why
want
y'all got no counties?
You just want a pre-trial tier. Like you just want a like a county tier, but you're in prison. You feel me?
That's crazy.
So,
that's why I thought DC don't got no state jails.
Yep, they got all federal jails. You go straight to the feds.
Yeah. Matter of fact, you know why? Because DC not a state.
Yeah,
that's probably why they not a state.
So it's like
PA got every kind of jail you need. We got every jail you need. We got a halfway house. We got one block that got 5 county jails on it. Dang. We got one block that got 5 county jails on it, back next to each other.
Yeah, State Road, right? Yep, I heard of that joint.
That joint, listen, so you mean they got room for you?
Yeah, that's why I was like, you just think about this. You think about it. You in PA, you trying to play the murder game, you clap something. You a little scrawny, bro. You going upstate with this man, uncle, dad, and it happens every day. You feel me? It happens every day.
They play mind games. So they like, see where you from. Say you from a small town. They be like, oh, you from? He don't know that many people. All right. You want to call your mom? When I first got there, phone calls was $5.15, which is a lot if you in jail. You mean? So they like, you want to call your mom, youngin? Yeah, I want to call my mom. All right, I call it for you. Call your mom a couple times for you. Give a couple of little candy bars. Now you owe me like you got. No. Mind you, the guards don't got nothing to do with nothing. I mean, the guards might be right up with that wall. Like your cell might be all the way where the sneaker store at. You know what I mean? Like so, like the guards don't got nothing to do with it. So if they want to do something to you, like you gonna have to fight for it, or it's gonna get done. I mean, these old heads, they old, but they been lifting weights. They got a squad. It's like you going to a school, everybody know each other, but you know.
Yeah.
Anybody gonna rob you? You know what I mean? So like, a young person could come into a bad situation, especially the way you carry yourself. You gotta carry yourself a certain way in certain jails. You know what I mean? Or your stay is gonna be terrible. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like, I just hate for a young boy to come there and they be shocked because they ain't expect it.
They get a culture shock.
Like, and it's too late. I mean, it's too late because they giving time out like it's nothing. They give you 320 to 40s and running wild, which those saying like you got to do this 20 years, then start that 20 years, then start that 20 years, and then they say you might have been on parole. They say, are you at 5 years left for parole? Well, do that first before you even start any of that. I mean, so you'll hear somebody say I'm about to go switch over to a new number. That means you about to start a new sentence. So you right, you can go to start a new number. They can say no, you deny you parole, even though you're not getting out. They can still deny you parole. You got to wait until they finish that number, then you start a new number. You know what I mean, so like talking about they bury you.
PA Commonwealth, ain't it? Yeah, so they play by their own rules because I know their system all corrupt. I know it is.
Bro,
it gotta be.
We had the most juvenile lifers than anywhere in the world. In the world, no place had more juvenile lifers than Pennsylvania. So when they passed the law saying that giving a juvenile was unconstitutional, it took them years to get the juveniles out because there's so many of them. They 80 years old. Like the guy John Liggins, he was 80-something years old when he got out. He felt 15. You know what I mean? So they got to go from whoever got the most time and try to get them guys out first. They got like 50 years or more in. They start going. So my man Hassan was sitting here. He only had like almost 30, and he still ain't got that lot of time in compared to the. You know what I mean? So you see these dudes. Then they got dudes that's time barred. That means you can't get no appeals. You done. Unless you get a governor pardon, you're not never getting out.
That's crazy.
So niggas just walking around like there's no hope. Like I mean, and you got to be around these dudes with maybe a 3 to 6 or 5 to 10 or something. I mean, so like it's like, so you young man, that's something that you be like, damn, I ain't think about this part. That's why I be trying to talk about it. So like, think about it now while you on the streets. My son got 20 to 40.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now, I listen. Every Monday, I wait for his post, bro, because he's so young and he's so intelligent. You know, he got to.
It's crazy because he make it seem like he had a hard life, but he don't know what a hard life is. You know what I mean? He might think he know what a hard life is, but he don't know what a hard life is. A hard life is when if you don't do this, you ain't going to eat. You know what I mean? I mean, so this era different from my era. My era was like, if a person smoke crack in my era, you could tell they dirty. They selling everything. This era, if somebody smoke crack, they can still look clean and like be functional. My era, like if your mom smoke crack, bro, she ain't feeding you. She ain't even gonna see you. Yeah. I mean, so like my kids, of course they might be hard to them, But from my perspective, I'm like, man, dog, you got a dad, you got a mom, you got, people love you, but you made decisions that you made, like, because of your friends, whatever. So like, I don't understand some of the stuff that the young people be doing because I'm from a different era.
Yeah.
But I try to, but they don't have no idea what a person, because everybody that's, like, somebody older than me probably went through more than me. Because times change. Like, when I was younger, they had a place called Vision Quest you can go to. You sleep on the floor, you sleep outside. If you're there for 2 years, you sleep on the floor for 2 years. Outside. You're not going, it's no buildings. You traveling from Pennsylvania to Okeechobee, Florida on a mule and a horse. I was doing that for 2 years. Like, they don't even have that no more. Matter of fact, it's a joint on Netflix that show a documentary called Bad Camp, I think. They show you how Vision Quest got started. Like, so this joint was so crazy, they didn't even need no bars because you're in the middle of the woods. You take a shower once a week, phone call once a month. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm like, that type of stuff, like, that make you want to either get yourself together or just be extra crazy when you get out. And it made me extra dickhead. I was a dickhead. I ain't even gonna lie. That's why I understand young boys that be dickheads, because I was like, man, I ain't start being cool till I start understanding being cool gets you further. Yeah. Being tough don't get you further. Just make you niggas want to kill you. When you cool with niggas, and you be genuine and cool with niggas, like, you can get shit done. They gonna tell you stuff they wouldn't have told you if you was just acting all tough and all that, Yeah. But I was fearless, because, I went to Vision Quest, man, my third day they rolled on me. Fucked me up, right? Damn. And mind you, I was a little scary little nigga. I was scary. I just came from St. Gabe's and St. Mike's, because I was always little, short and little. After they rolled on me in the shower, my brain just snapped. I said, man, I don't give a fuck about. Next morning I came with the weight. I just started going crazy. But that's just becoming a man in the system at that time. So it's this boy named Adolph Lee. I remember he used to come sit next to you, take your food and eat it, right next to you. Like, you gonna do something? He did that to me. I'm like, I gotta fight this nigga, man. Mind you, when you're 13 and somebody's 17 or 16, it's a big difference. Yeah. It's like a big difference. When 3 years ain't difference when you older, but when you young. You fighting this nigga, you're gonna get beat up, but you gotta.
Yeah, no, that's a huge difference. That's a huge difference.
Plus, he working out and all that, but I was fearless though. I was fearless. I've been to all everywhere, like all the jails everywhere and all that. But some of the stuff I did stuff to get there, but some stuff I was 100% innocent. Yeah. 100%. And that's nothing like being in jail when you ain't do it. Yeah. That shit hurt. That shit hurt. When you did it, you're like, I did it. I shouldn't have got this much time, but I did it. Like, I just did 3 to 6 for some weed. But it was my weed, so I'm like, fuck it, I did that. It's my shit, like, whatever. But when you 100% innocent, and they trying to give you life and the death penalty and shit like that, man, that shit hit different. Like, so I seen all like different stuff, but at the same time, I always know that it's a higher power. Yeah. And everybody go through something, like, so I'm not giving up ever. I might give up in my head for like a couple hours, but I shake that shit off and get to it. So that's the thing about black people, we resilient. Yeah. So like a young person, of course you're gonna have times you want to like lose hope, but never make it long term like that. Feel like that. Cause you never know what's coming for you. That's the thing I be wanting youngers to know. Cause you got dog. I got shot 9 times when I was 18, bro. So I'm talking about my leg don't work. My penis ain't work for like 2 years. Like, I'm like, man, I don't give a fuck about life. Then I'm in jail like that in a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? So, and I feel like, man, feeling sorry for myself, but feeling sorry for yourself don't get you it just puts you in the worst, slumber. Yeah. So like, I tell youngers, I know what it's like. A lot of people can't tell you what it's like. They ain't, I know what it's like firsthand. I'm talking about to have it and not to have it. I don't get my mommy can't give me nothing. I don't got no dad and that shit. Like, it's me. So like, I tell youngers, you can listen to a person like me because I can tell you, I've been to the jails, I've been to the shootings. So all that shit that people be lying about, I really did it. Not bragging about it, but like I know the ups and downs of it, and it's mostly all downs. It's mostly all the good is temporary. The bad is like. I'm talking about bad, man. So I tell youngins, like, your right hand man to kill you for some money, man. Yeah. When y'all all broke, that's cool. When y'all start getting money, the dynamic gonna change unless that's really your bro. And you won't even see it coming. So like, it's like, sometimes you just gotta stay in the house and just let a girl get on your nerve and be with her, because at least they ain't gonna kill you.
My name is Brandon Wyndham, and I help people buy and sell homes here in Delaware. And I've been here all my life, and on this channel, we'll go over exactly what it's like living here in Delaware. If you are thinking of potentially buying or selling here in Delaware, I would love to have a conversation to see if it would make sense for us to potentially work together. I'll put all my contact info here on the screen, and again, down in the description.
Yeah, and everything, like, I feel like everything in life is really just to show your character, just to show who you really are. Like, are you ready for the next level? Like, you may have went through what you went through, but the higher power put you through that to be ready for the life that you was ready to accomplish, Yeah,
for sure. Because I remember sitting on my bed one day like, why me? Why? Cause I got some memories that got killed. Why me? Like, why? What? But it's something about it that made it was me. I mean, mind you, I was the least likely candidate. You know what I mean? Like, everybody thinking I'm, dog, I didn't even have a girl. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't even have a girl. I ain't have nobody even call and tell. You know what I mean? So I was like the least likely candidate. You know what I mean? My nephews died, my best friends died, my brother. I mean, it's like, so you like, why me? You know what I mean? So like, that's the thing that be sometimes you have guilt. Survivor, they call it survivor's guilt or something like that. Survivor's remorse, something like that. You know what I mean? And you feel it. You know what I mean? Like, you know people that did way less stuff than you and was way better person than you, and you still get to be here. So sometimes I ask myself, is being here a blessing? You know what I mean? Maybe where they going at is a blessing, and we here is not a blessing. You know what I mean? Because I know some good dudes that died, man. Some good dudes, man. Like, I mean, I done been next to people that got shot. We just standing, man, Tion got shot. We standing shoulder to shoulder talking. Bullets go up, shoot him. You know what I mean? I'm right here next to him. I mean, I was with somebody that got killed. The boy was about to shoot me. He looked at me. I was hurt. Shot up, so he ain't. I guess that's why he ain't shoot me. I got a cane, P-bag. I mean, like, situations like that make you be like, damn, like, how I keep on, you know what I mean, living. You know what I mean? Because in my head, I ain't gonna lie, back in 05, 06, in my head, I was accepted I was gonna get killed. To be honest with you, like, I mean, because I'm like, I'm not gonna stop stunting. I'm not gonna stop hustling. I mean, they know my car, whatever. I'm just gonna try to shoot back, but like, I already know. I accepted it. I mean, and then you just keep waking up. And jail saved you a lot too.
Yeah, nah, it really do. It really do. It really do. That's definitely the truth.
Jail saved you. Jail saved a lot of dudes. If they went to jail, they would be here still. Jail give you time to cool off. And people don't see you for a minute. I mean, then you come back. I mean, I was going to jail like every year. I mean, for something dumb or something. Because I was always on probation or something. So if I get booked, I can't get out. I mean, so it was saving me. So it's like, I mean, it was a blessing in disguise. But at the time, of course, I ain't see it like that at the time. But sometimes you need to go to jail. You're doing too much.
Absolutely. You do you did all PA time or you did Fed time too?
No, I was all in PA. It was crazy. Most of them, all in PA. And most of them, I had a couple murders, robberies and stuff. I was beating up most of it. But you sit in jail anyway when you fighting that joint for years.
Oh, yeah. I feel like if you sit in jail, they going to drag their feet. If you bail out, they coming. You going to court next week.
Yep. I was booked down in Atlanta in Fulton County with Young Thug and the man.
Fulton County, I was down there.
Bro, listen, I went in there through there with a homicide. So, you know, when you got a homicide down there, you go to the 7th floor. You go where everybody on the block got a homicide. So this block is insane. Yeah. Mind you, I'm from Philly. As soon as I talk, they're like, yo, where you from? I'm like, man, I'm from Philly. Mind you, I just had got shot like 2 years ago, so my arm still ain't even work. So the boy like, yo, bro, they plotting on taking your sneakers, man. I had them blue and white Jordans I just showed you there. I say, man, I ain't letting nobody take my shoes, man. So mind you, I don't got no cell, so I'm sleeping by the phone because they was filled up. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, I'm up all night like, man, these niggas trying to take my sneakers. So I sat there and I drew a picture, like a graffiti picture with a baby punching the word, it's crumbling. And niggas see, I left it on the table. And they're like, oh, who the fuck drew this? Oh, Philly, they call me Philly. Philly drew this? Start wanting me to draw shit for their family and all that. They forgot all about my Jordans. I was like, yo. I said, yo, that shit, you know what I mean? But I said, yo, that Joe, Fulton County, because the guard's not on the block. Yeah. They like in the cellar, like they like walking on top of you. It's made weird as shit. They push the food in there and roll it. I said, what the fuck kind of jail is this? So I go to court. They say, you want to fight extradition? I said, no, take me to Philly ASAP. Like, right? Get me, you know what I mean? Because like you at a disadvantage. They clicked up. They fucked with me though. Yeah. You know, and I never told them I was signed to Rockefeller because they wouldn't believe me because I had nothing out yet. So I never said it. So we had ciphers I rap, but I never said like, you know what I mean? I know they probably said like, that's the boy that was just was there with us. Yeah. Yo, but the crazy part, I was innocent. Went through all that shit and I didn't know I was innocent at the time because I didn't know who the fuck they said it was supposed to have been. But I seen the picture in the joint, I'm like, him? Man, I don't know this nigga. What the fuck? So I mean, I was sad, you know, I got out, but they, you know, once you beat a murder, even if you did it or not, they got a thing against you. They feel like you got away with something. They gonna try their best to get you. You know what I mean? So like that shit put a whole big damper on my situation. And then I found out 20 years later the nigga that was my manager that I was hustling for, the one that got that shit done to me. Yep. Jimmy the Saint. It's for all y'all that don't know, that's his name, and that's who, you know what I mean? The nigga, you know, somebody I looked up to, just try to wipe me out. You know what I mean? That shit hurt me. I'm like, damn, you nigga, like, fuck. I mean, he got caught with a brick in his crib, and he just was putting cases on people, like, you know what I mean? What? Yeah. Because I'm like, so when they booked me for the job, I'm like, hold on, I don't even know this nigga. Like, the boy that died, I don't even know him. I never saw him, none of that. But it was the boy Jimmy the Saint neighbors. The one that survived, because there was two of them. One ain't died, one died. The one who didn't die was the boy Jimmy the Saint neighbor. Yeah. He heard he got shot. You got shot. I know who did it. Boy, like, I don't really know who did it. I can't, you know, the boy shot, because he got shot 6 times, the one that survived. Yeah. He said, that could be him. The boy Jimmy said, no, this is him. He showed him a DVD. I'm telling you, I know he did it, and then bring the cops to his crib. all that, yeah.
That's crazy.
And I would have never found out if I kept on reaching out to the boy. 20 years later, like, yo, how you say I did it? 20 years, so because this shit happened in 2000. I'm like, yo,
I wasn't even born yet.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, I was going through some shit. So he's like, one day he just finally talked to me, and he told me, when he told me, like, what? So I just found out, like, 3 years ago. I was like, damn, that's crazy, man. Like, I mean, he out here now, boy. I mean, of course, I got too much. I wouldn't even think about doing that to him. I mean, because he got to live with that himself.
Yeah.
I mean, but, like, that shit was so out of pocket because that shit stopped me from doing a lot of stuff, even to this day. Because what happened was I beat the robbery in 2000, got out 2001, and then 2002, the boy said I robbed me for $60 at my state property show, right? And I lost. The judge said, I don't think you did this robbery, but I know you did that murder. Find you guilty. Judge Anthony DeFino, he died in a house fire though. God took care of him. But yeah, I'm like, what? Nigga, I robbed $60. Nigga, I just got paid 5 bands at the show.
Yeah.
I mean, but they wanted me, so they like, I mean, to this day, I think they told boy to crash. Because mind you, we parked. Somebody dead at the corner underneath Beans Bentley. So nobody could leave. This after the show. So I'm sitting in the car. Remember the PT Cruiser, Jones? Like the little ugly little car. I had rented one to go to North Carolina, so I'm in that. It's a rental. Boy, crashed into the back of me. I'm like, dog, we're not even driving. Why? He got out the car. He had a white Cherokee. Like, man, I said, this ain't nothing. He gave me $60. I get back in the car. He get back in the car. No argument or nothing. Next day, he said, y'all robbed him, but 14 people. And I said, why are you saying that? He said, give me $10,000. I won't say you robbed me. Delaney Foxworth, that's his name. You know, I gotta say these names like this. Man, I said, bro, like, so I come to court, but then when it got towards the trial, he said, man, I gotta stop this, man. He went on the stand and said, man, he ain't robbed me. The judge said, he must be threatening you or paying you off. I find you guilty. Something's fishy going on. Revoke his bail, immediate custody. And I lost. I said, that shit is. So the white people do what they want.
Yeah.
Nigga went on the stand and said, I didn't do it. And the crazy part, that's what happened in my murder, though. So the same detectives from the murder was at that shit. Like, yo, Your Honor, the same thing happened in the murder. The guy said he did it, then he said he didn't do it. Because the guy that said, he said I did it, but he never saw me in real life. Yeah. First time he saw me, I was coming in court. I've been in jail for like a year. I'm like, bro, I don't even know you. He on the stand, he looking at me like, damn, boy too tall. That ain't him. But instead of them saying, damn, we got the wrong person, they be mad thinking I got away with something. I mean, so that shit, like, the boy Jim fucked me up. I mean, he made me, I wouldn't even probably be a convicted felon right now. You know what I mean? Because I had a lot of shit, but I was spanking shit. You know, you got money, you can spank shit. Yeah. Money make a difference.
Yeah, damn right. Money makes the world go
around. Money make a difference, bro. Like, your whole situation different. Like, when you got no money, you at day mercy. Yeah. I mean, when I was doing all that shit, I have, you know, because if you got a record deal, you can take money out your deal to pay your lawyers.
Oh, that's lit.
Yeah, so, like, I can get shit. My deal was, like, over $500,000. Like, so I can, you 50,000? All right, come on. I mean, so, you know, they paid in full and everything. They working hard, especially when you pay them in full. I mean, so, like, you know, I was getting out every time. Like, I mean, but a lot of stuff like the robbery, I ain't do it, and the murder, I ain't do it. I'm in jail. I did like years in jail for them that shit. Like, I mean, yeah. And then you know everybody in jail said they ain't do it.
Yeah, nah, for real. You know, so that's like beating the drum.
Then I was doing so much shit for real. So like, nigga, you probably did it. Like, nigga, I mean, so, I mean, but like that's another thing. Like, you know, we go through some shit that's so hard, but we supposed to just take it and just keep on pushing. Like, we supposed to be like machines.
You only can control what you can control.
Yeah, but you know, usually people like say something happened to somebody white, right? Mm-hmm. They got programs. Like all of a sudden, PTSD shit came out there. Yeah. I started hearing about that. I'm like, nigga, I got shot 9 times in '97. What the fuck was my PTSD? Well, ain't nobody say that shit to me. I mean, yeah. But like even with the heroin stuff, when black people was using it, they didn't care. Yeah. When the opioids started fucking with white people, they said, oh, it's the sickness. They need help. They hate us.
Boom. So let me ask you that. I was going to get to that. What you think hit harder in Philly? Your era of the crack epidemic or this opioid situation?
The crack for sure, because crack was major. Niggas was making millions. Because, you know, see, opioids, people going to do whatever to get it, but not like crack. People was stealing, selling their kids, selling their ass, selling their everything. I mean, so the crack thing was crazy. Like, I mean, talking about, when I was a kid, I mean, I could just look at my mom. My mom was like, I mean, she see you don't even speak to you. Like, she had him looking on the ground. Like, I'm talking about, that shit was crazy. The opioid shit ain't got nothing on that crack at all. Only thing about the opioids is like you can get it from the stores. It costs like you can make money, but it ain't nothing like crack. Crack niggas was making millions a week selling crack. You know what I mean? That shit was different. Like, I mean, it was so many kingpins in every city. You know what I mean? Niggas that ain't kingpins, they're still making 30, 40,000 a day. I mean, so that shit was different. Like, I mean, I don't think nothing gonna ever compare with that shit. Cause you gotta have it. A fiend gonna spend everything. They not even gonna eat. They gonna spend everything they got. If they got $100, they not spending $80. So nigga that do perch, I'm gonna save something that I can eat. No, a fiend gonna spend everything, and they gonna take your Nintendo and the TV and all that shit. Yeah, we got run, and then crack lasts like this. You smoke crack, that shit gone. I mean, so that shit was crazy, man. That's probably why I never smoked nothing. I mean, I used to always wonder what that shit was like. But I'm like, man, I can't go down there. I can't test that shit out. I mean, I said if I know I was gonna die tomorrow, I probably would just smoke it to see what, like, to see would it really make me act like that, like to be like, I don't care about my kids and nothing. That shit, it must make you feel good. I mean, that shit got to, man. I'm talking about you leave your kids, bro. A pretty lady will go disintegrate and sell a body for some shit. So a girl that wouldn't even fuck nobody would just say, I gotta sell this pussy for this. That shit is insane. When you really think about it, that make you a zombie, like a real life zombie.
And it wasn't killing like fentanyl and stuff like that.
No, don't kill. Don't keep you alive.
Yeah,
you're gonna die. You're not gonna die. Fentanyl different. I don't understand that. Why would you kill your customers? That's the dumbest shit ever. Like you gonna kill your customers? Yeah. How they gonna come back and cop again? They cop once? I see that shit. It's crazy, man. You know, fentanyl, that should take one little dot and that shit over.
Yep.
Even if you just touch it, that shit different. I don't even know why they make that. That shouldn't even be a thing. I did so many rest in peace paintings for people that died from fentanyl. A lot of people got mistakenly ingested it. Like one young boy, he was 11, eating his burger. It was on the table, eating McDonald's or whatever, and they ate the burger, died at the table. I mean, that shit's like 50 times more stronger than heroin. But we got a part of North Philly called Kensington, right?
Nah, I know that. Yeah, the
it's fiends out there that they don't even shoot dope. They just shoot fentanyl, straight fentanyl. Yeah. They don't even want no heroin. You mean because once they get immune to it, they be shooting fentanyl up, bro. Talking about straight fentanyl. They be just like talking about playing with their life for real. You know what I mean? My thing is this: when I see anybody like hooked on dope, whether you black, white, none of that shit, it's just I feel sorry for you because I know you don't want to be like that. I mean, you probably had no idea that you was gonna be like that. I mean, because a lot of people coming from perks to that.
Yeah.
See, I was getting perks in '95. I mean, nobody was talking about. I got a song, an old song. I talk about perks. Like nobody wasn't talking about it. I just say a line about it. I mean, because I'm like niggas ain't gonna know what the fuck this is. You know what I mean? But I got shot up, so they give them to you. But it wasn't no 30s and all that shit. It was just like 602s. That's it. You know what I mean? But nobody never told me like, yo, this is a drug. You know, I found out that shit was a drug, bro. I was at this jail called George W. Hill, right? 3 men to a cell and shit. And I'm not eating, and I'm not hungry. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not hungry, bro. White boy, like, white boys know all that shit about drugs. He's like, you take Percocets? I'm like, yeah. You going through withdrawal? I said, nigga, I ain't going through no withdrawal. I don't want to do no. No, you going through withdrawal. And then I looked at shit, and he was right. I said, yo, and then I just stopped. This was like probably 2009. You know what I mean? But I always go to, see, when you go to jail all the time, you can't really get hooked on nothing. You know what I mean? As soon as you think you hooked, you in jail for a year. You know what I mean? So, like, so that's why I said jail can save you. Yeah. Because I know I was taking, at one point, like 20 perks a day. Like at one time, 25s in the morning. Because when you take perks and you don't take them, you start feeling fatigued and you can't operate. I mean, that shit crazy. Like, you got to take them just to feel normal. You ain't like you be high, you just got to, you know what I mean? So I had to stop that shit. I mean, or that shit probably would, who knows? But I'm not letting myself do no dope. I'm not letting even if I had to take 800 perks, I mean, I can't just open that dope up and just, you know what I mean? That shit like, because I know my brother do it. I mean, he fighting that. So he only 1 year older than me. This is one of his battles. And I see his battles that he go through. I mean, that shit, it's better than pussy. You probably can get some dope, like, man, fuck everything. Like, because if something make you feel that good, I can understand you saying, man, I might be a little dirty now, but shit, you know what I mean? I feel great, like, you know what I mean? Like, this shit. I mean, so like, I never played with that type of shit, like, you know what I mean? Nothing crazy. I mean, that's a lot of shit that young boys making mistakes with too, doing drugs. Yeah. They don't know that shit might alter their whole life.
Like, it was a guy, it was a dude when I got sent away to Kentucky when I was 12, turning 13. It was a dude that lived out there with me. I didn't stay in contact, but social media keep you in contact. They put eye drop. You know, if you put eye drops in your
it's like a Mickey. It's like a Mickey or something.
Yeah. So it'll
make you go crazy.
He went crazy. He just died off. He OD'd on fentanyl. That made him go crazy. I'm like, what in the eye drops is turning promethazine into toxin?
They call them Mickeys when I was
young.
Mickey.
Yep.
I got like 3 young boys that got turned out like, because people would come put in your joint, they don't got no taste. Yep. That's why they tell you put like a napkin on top of your. Usually Mexican girls was doing it to like they trick somebody, they trick you and then put that in to rob you. I mean. Yeah. But a lot of people don't come back off that shit. That shit take your mind. Yeah. But that's with like the K2 now.
Yep. That too.
K2 like K2, but if you in the jails, you can make millions off K2, bro. I mean, everything's a hustle with blacks because we come from the mud. So fuck. My thing is this: why would you follow the law when everything about this country built on not following the law.
Nah,
Everybody in this law country that's rich basically broke the law.
That's
and
real.
they tell you, don't do y'all stay, go to work and don't do nothing wrong. I mean, just be poor and stay out of trouble. Man, I'm not scared of getting in no trouble. I'm scared of not eating. Fuck trouble, nigga. There's trouble. I'm cool with trouble. Like, this is America. Like, you gonna get in some trouble even if you ain't looking for it.
Yeah.
You gonna get in some trouble, so you might as well make it worth it. I mean, that was my attitude at the time. But that's because I didn't know no other options.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know how to go fill out no application and ask you. I'm like, man, fuck all that. I just gonna take. I mean, like, all right, where I'm from, you just ain't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though that's the smart thing to do. I was like, man, I don't know about no job. Plus, who the fuck going? I mean, I'm like, who the fuck going? I don't know how to do nothing. You know what I mean? So that part of your brain is not even. You don't know about going to school to become something. That's nobody. I mean, nobody in my era, nobody talked about no shit like that.
Yeah.
I never even heard of credit till I was like 30 something.
Dang.
Yo, bro, listen, bro, I never knew you could buy a car with some of the money and pay it I didn't know that. Nigga, I was grown. Like, I didn't know that shit. I'm like, my first car I did like that, I think was my Corvette. I knew about it before my Corvette, but I didn't know about it until I was like 30 something that you could put down money down on. I didn't know that. That's much shit. Nobody talked about no, like, banking and all that shit. I mean, bro, when I got signed, I ain't even had no ID. Bank account, I ain't even had no ID, bro. Like, I had to get when I got my money, I had that shit in my pocket. Like, I mean, my manager cashed my check for me, gave me cash for it. Like, that shit in my pocket, bro. I was from the slums for real. Like, it be ID. You know, cops, you got ID, man, I ain't got no ID. I never had an ID. You know what I mean? That's that slum shit. Like, you ain't getting no job. You gonna either go to jail or you gonna get right. You gonna take it. I mean, that was the mind frame when you lost.
Yeah.
You lost. I mean, but you don't even know you lost. You just know that you're doing what everybody else doing, and you trying to survive. You know what I mean? And that's the game. That's how they want you to think. You know what I mean? They want you to think like that, so you can fall right into their trap, and they make money off you forever. Because when you're in jail, they just making money off you.
Yeah, nah, for real. That's why I was like, I know PA is probably rich off the prison system.
Bro, we got 27, 28 state jails. 28. Got Pennsylvania big.
Yeah.
I mean, Pittsburgh. People from Pittsburgh never even been to Philly. Most niggas from Philly never been to Pittsburgh. That's how far away it is. But we go upstate though. We all be together. I mean, but it's like so many. I don't even know how many county jails it is in Pennsylvania altogether. Got to be probably 1,000.
Yeah.
You know I mean, and they all filled. And they make sure they filled. You know I mean, so like, I mean, it's like a war against us since we was born, but we ain't know. We just ain't know. I mean, so once you smarten up, you like, all right, I got it. For us, it's like the only way to beat it is become either like a person that's known so you can have a voice, or stay in the house.
Yeah, same thing. But you know what's crazy? It's almost like the public school system prepared us for it. We went to school in buses. We wore uniforms. We just how everything is orchestrated in the public school system is exact same way as prison.
Yeah, I never looked at it like that, but yeah, it kind of is.
Think about it. We all going to child. Only thing that's different is we got females.
And you get to go home at night.
Only thing different. But they've been preparing it for us forever. Like it never made sense why we got to wear uniforms.
But see, when I was young, we ain't had to wear uniforms. I mean, so if you dirty, I wish they had uniforms when I was young. At least we all would have been the same.
Yeah.
You mean, because you coming to, my thing is this, if I ain't got no sneaks, I ain't going to school. See, when I was a kid, I ain't had to go to school. I ain't got nobody telling me I got to go to school. So I just go if I got some sneaks. If I ain't got no sneaks, I ain't going to school. You know what I mean? So, like, I never went to high school ever. Not one day. Never, you know what I mean? So, like, my life was different, period. All my shit was different. I went from 0 to 100 miles per hour.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't get no in between. When she was like this, and then next time I'm in the movies on TV. Like, I mean, she was like, I mean, so like, it was a hard thing to transition into that. You know what I mean? When you don't know, I mean, but I was the type of nigga, I just always kept it real. Like, I ain't act like I was bougie or act like I knew something. I don't know about that shit. Like, I learned about that later. But I know how to get to this dollar. You know what I mean? I mean, even though if it might be the wrong way, it's my way. As long as you can stand your consequences, you can do whatever you want. But don't do what you want. Then when the consequences come, you start crying, and that's the shit I don't like. You know what I mean? If you out here running around, stand what you do. Yeah. Don't do 25 years shit if you only can do 5 years. Do 5 years shit. You know what I mean? So when they book you, like, damn, I hope I don't got to do the 5, but I can. You know what I mean? These niggas doing fucking lifetime shit, and I mean, they only can do 18 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, that's the part. Even when I was young, I knew better than that. Like, I don't think I could do this, because if I get caught, I know I'm, you know what I mean? These young boys now they just want to show off for their friends. I don't even hear them talk about girls.
Yeah, nah, it's kind of gay in a sense. Like, you just want to impress the other men.
Yeah, they don't talk about no girl. They don't let no girl. Like, crazy as I was, at least I'm doing all this because I like a girl. The fuck? Like, you don't even like a girl, bro. Like, they 10 deep in the car with all these guns. No, talking about no girls, no movies, no nothing. That shit like, damn, these niggas is crazy. Like, I mean, but at the same time, I got to blame people from my era. They are kids. You know what I mean? They are kids. So like, I mean, so we definitely got to take responsibility for some of it, even if it's not your kids per se, but it's all our kids. You know what I mean? Because for real, if you see a person that's young, if you can approach him and talk to him, you gotta treat him like you would talk to your kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you come in contact with one, but a lot of times people don't. They scared of them. They scared of these niggas crazy and scared. I mean, I ain't scared of them because I know how to talk to them. I got 6 sons myself. You know what I mean? So, but I just don't be in contact with a lot of them. But if I would, I'm like, yo, youngin, this is what you gotta look forward to. Do this. I mean, well, you could just do it. You could do it. Anybody can do a podcast.
Yeah.
Anybody can just see if you can make money. You never know. If you be consistent, you gonna make something. Period. So, I mean, so like, why wouldn't you just put your effort into something like that? When you're gonna make something or take a risk going to jail forever and ruin your life. And you 20, you might live to be 80.
But I think the problem is where it draws a line with the generation thing. I think for the older people, for the older black people, y'all were lost, but y'all were survivors. My generation is lost with no guidance because what we gonna like? It's more so you gonna have to show me that it don't matter how many bodies you caught. You gotta show me you killed somebody. You gotta show me that, or it's like it's more so in the sense of where it's like more or less than what you hear, more than what you see. So you could tell me the stories all day, all long, but if you ain't physically doing it or anything, it's like
when I talk to young people, I don't tell them about nothing that I did.
Yeah.
I just tell them the consequences.
Yeah.
That's coming. Like if you do it.
Yeah.
Like I mean, because I don't want to feel like I'm telling them I did this because I don't care about. Because I wish I didn't do a lot of shit I did because I was dumb and I got lucky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm like, listen, jail is full of husky ass homos.
Yeah.
You might be in the cell with one. I mean, it don't get no clear and cut drive than that. You know what I mean? Old being there, he not gonna act gay. He not gonna switch. He gonna have beard. Might be Muslim. You gonna be in the bed, sit on the bed one day. He might just kiss you or something. You know what I mean? You never know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, young, you ready for that? I mean, I'm talking about you never know. You know, mind you, I'm in Camp Hill. You ever heard of the Kensington Strangler?
Nah.
Man, so the old side of Camp Hill, the walls like breaking up. There's like a hole in the wall. So young boy cooking my food. You know, he like 24. My man like, oh, why you eating with him? I'm like, what's wrong with him? That's the Kensington Strangler. So I'm like, he was killing prostitutes.
Oh, okay.
Riding around on a bike, had sex with him, choke him to death. I mean, I'm like, so I'm asking him, like, nigga, you really was doing that? No, I said, well, why your DNA was, I'm grilling this nigga, right, all day, right? But mind you, he's like a regular looking nigga, but he's a Kensington Strangler. Who knows what I mean, what go through his brain? I mean, he got to be insane or something. I mean, so like in jail, you never know who you coming across. That's what I mean. Yeah. And his cellie was an old head that came home from work, caught his wife cheating, killed his best friend and his wife. When his daughter came home from school, killed her. Then tried to kill herself, shot herself in the face, and he ain't die. His whole face like missing, like. I mean, God said, no, you staying. I mean, it's like this to me. So I'm like, yo, jail, you never know who's gonna be your cellie. Yeah. Two of the exact same niggas could come to jail and have different experiences according to what jail they go to and what block they on and who they cellie. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's shit. I mean, and that's by the luck of the draw. You never know who gonna, you gonna be in the cell with. You know what I mean? So like, I never tell nobody this gonna be sweet. You could be the jailingest nigga ever. You might go to the wrong jail. The niggas they don't like you. I mean, so your shit gonna be hard. I mean, so like the whole thing is to stay out of it. Yeah. You mean just don't even go in there, like, 'cause I mean, no matter how tough you is, nigga can, I mean, you go to the wrong jail, man. I mean, you never know.
Yeah, they gonna get up on you.
Man, I mean, so like I just tell young boys, like, I mean, you got a whole life. You could be anything. You could be when you're young, you could be anything. This the time you got to become what you gonna be now to take care of the old you. Yeah. I mean, so like you got to become like if you're even if you don't know what you want to do something. Do something until you figure out what you want to do. I mean, because like, you know, as men, as we were young, we don't really know, haven't figured out. It'd be hard to figure it out. Even when you get older sometimes, you mean? Yeah. Girls got their shit figured out. They be knowing, but they know what they want to do. They be 10, they know what they want to do. I mean, but then we don't talk about our true feelings. I know I don't. I mean, it's hard for me to talk about my true feelings. I mean, it's just, I was raised like, though you don't talk about shit like that, even though you should. Yeah. But I mean, so even so we be hiding and we be fronting all the time. I mean, fronting, knowing we might be hurting, but not saying nothing about. I mean, so we just deal with a lot of shit the wrong way. I mean, 'cause that's how, you know, we raised in the hood. Like, you can't be bitching all the time. Nigga ain't trying to hear that shit. I mean, but sometimes you gotta bitch to somebody. I mean, let that shit out you, or that shit gonna be up in head. I mean, killing you. I mean, that's some shit I had to learn later in life. I mean, so like, that's why I try to tell any person that's young I can talk to. I tell them what I learned, what I experienced. They can use it or not use it or whatever. You know what I mean? Because I mean, if it's rare, you could find a nigga that been in the foster home, been in certified as an adult, been in adult prisons, been shot 10 times. I mean, been over Jay-Z house and got money before, selling drugs, rapping, all different type of experiences, and he's still here and he can tell you about them. Yeah. Ain't too many people could do that. It's not too many people, like, period. I mean, they might have did one of them or two, but like, not, I mean, I don't got no mom. I mean, everybody need a mom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like mom, what you cook? Like, I mean, that shit, like, so I got a lot of different experiences I can tell people. You know what I mean? And I ain't saying like, that shit kill me, hurt me, but I'm not gonna never let none of that shit make me just quit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, so if you take a person like my life and you look at yours, like, oh yeah, I ain't going through too much. You know what I mean? I just lost a son, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, the shit, like, God gonna keep on, no matter what you're doing. If you living righteous, it still something could come down the pipe and just, you know what I mean? So. Just gotta stay prepared. So if your life, nothing really bad going on, enjoy it and don't take it for granted.
Yeah, that's real.
You never know. And then remember, everybody that you're around, your mom, your sisters, your girlfriend, your kids, there's gonna be a time you're never gonna see them again. You never think about that, but like, cause they there. There's gonna be a time that's gonna come fast that you're never gonna see them again. I mean, so like, you gotta like, damn it, enjoy them or tell them what you're gonna have to tell them now. You know what I mean, cause this shit is not promised at all. Even if you eat the best health food, and you're still gonna die. You know what I mean? So my thing is I don't want to die and go somewhere bad, and I had a bad hair. So I try to live like some type of righteous life. You know what I mean? Like, for real, just in case. You know what I mean? So like, if you tell a young person that, they understand that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I mean, like, bro, you 20 something, you ain't thinking about death yet because you're 20, but shit, wait till you get 50 and that shit coming. You like 50, you like, damn, I'm about to die. So like, oh, that shit is crazy. You know what I mean? You gotta say, even if it's 20 years, that's still soon. 20 years like this. Bro, I can remember 20 years ago, it was 2004. That was right there. I mean, for you, it's not, because you probably was like, doing some shit, but like, when you get 40, you're going to say, like, damn, I just was talking about 20 years ago, that shit was like this. So you got to get on top of it. Whatever you're going to do, you got to get on top of it, man.
Hey, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. But y'all got to get started right here. Y'all got me on here.
No, I appreciate it. Word.
And everything got me on me pop. Like, no.
I definitely appreciate it. But before we wrap it up, though, I got a question for you. Mm-hmm. If you could tell your 18-year-old self anything from all your experiences, everything you've been through, everything you already know, what would it be?
A few things. First thing I would tell him, I thought all bitches wasn't shit when I was young, because that's what they always told me from jail. You know what I mean? One girl, she don't matter. Oh, yeah, it was right. Snoop said it too. Oh yeah, bitches. No, they more thorough than niggas. You know what I mean? You could trust them more than you could trust any nigga. You know what I mean? That's the first thing I tell him. You know what I mean? Second thing I tell him is like, don't give up. It's gonna get better, greater later. I know you don't see it now, but bro, you gonna be. You know what I mean? It's gonna get. Mind you, if somebody would have told me when I was 18 and the stuff I was gonna do, I would have never believed them. Like, what, nigga? Come on, man. I thought I could probably get a good big robbery and probably be cool for a couple of summers, maybe. Like, that's it. Like, I ain't never think like. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like, I would have said. Then I would have said. I mean, because I always used to never talk. I was scared to talk. Like, sometimes you gotta express yourself because people don't know how to take you. I used to be just quiet, like, you be scared to talk because I was insecure, like, you mean. But like, if I could probably say what I was thinking in my head, I would have got past a lot of stuff. But you quiet niggas like, man, I don't know what this nigga up to. You know what I mean? Like, so like, I just said, stop being scared to express yourself. You know what I mean? I think that made you a sucker. Like, you know, I really didn't know how shit was. I didn't know about jail shit. I didn't know how to be in the regular world. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I mean, but and then I would have said, man, love yourself. Because sometimes you can not love yourself. You be insecure. You can feel like you don't know if you're really worthy. Yeah. Nobody never tell you, and you ain't. I mean, you like thinking like, damn, am I worthy of anything? Am I supposed to have all this bad shit happen to me? Like, I mean, so I would tell my young self, like, you worth something. Like, I mean, everybody worth something. Yeah. I mean, but you worth something, man. Don't never let nobody tell you that you're not. Cause somebody could tell you something, you be like, damn, you start thinking that shit. I mean, so like, I mean, but the first time I was like, nigga, you gonna be lit soon. Like,
yeah.
I mean, so yeah. I mean, so like, I mean, after I see young people, I remember Meek Mills was just like, saying what he gonna do, and he did it. So the shit he was saying was like almost like impossible to do. Like, I'm gonna mess with Nicki Minaj, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, right? Same thing I did when I said I'm gonna get signed by Jay-Z. I ain't even know him. You could really speak something into existence.
Yeah. If
you really believe it, he really believed it, and he did this shit. You know what I mean? So I seen it, me do it, and I seen him do it. Two people that did it, that's from the slums. So I know anybody can do it. You just gotta believe it.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And tell the people where they can find you at, man. I definitely appreciate you coming through today, man. I really appreciate it, bro.
And I was almost exactly on time. Yeah. You know why? Because I learned how to respect people's time. Before I used to think I was just like special, so I could just come late whenever. Now I try to respect people's time now. I mean, so that's why I called you when I was like, I'm 30 minutes late. I called you. I mean, that's just stuff you learn as you get older.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you're young, you think you the shit. You think you just like, I mean, I get there when I get there. I mean, that shit, like, Yeah, but yeah, you can find me at Oschino Vasquez 1 on Instagram. Y'all know where to find me at already, man. Stop playing, man. I mean, just holler at me, whatever. And I got me at a painting store, and I do these paintings myself now. Like, I mean.
Yeah, he definitely a painter, definitely.
And of course, Dover. I love Dover, man, because I made a lot of money in Dover, man. And it was all love. I never got no. You see my man Marlo over there. I mean, he's been my man for like 20 years. You mean, but never bad happened here. I mean. I mean, and I was messing with down here for a while. I mean, so shout out to Dover for sure. You know what I mean?
Sure.
A lot of people don't know about Dover, but they better learn about Dover.
Yeah,
like
they better. They better, and that's the goal. You feel me? We putting Dover on the map for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. You know what I mean? So like, shout out to the whole Delaware though. Wilmington, y'all know I love y'all too, man. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna do that. Like, so you know what I mean? Peace out, Vasquez. Signing off.
You can find me at Untrapped the Podcast on all social media platforms, audio platforms, and YouTube. Until next time.